slow it slowly. There we see Geoff Gordon trying to get by Labonte.
And Geoff begins a move upward after losing positions earlier. A reminder that Alan Vestrick will be joined by Mark Martin for NASCAR Shop Talk immediately following coverage of the Bud at the Glen. Geoff Bodine, there's his advantage on Terry Labonte.
Terry got a tough break, caught Hut Strickland going in the corner on the outside. That had to cost him at least a half second on Geoff Bodine. And Earnhardt,
he's getting tired, I believe, guys.
I think he should be. He should be awfully tired, and he looked like it going off that corner. But Dale, there's only 3 laps to go. I'm sure Richard Childress is telling him that.
Congratulations to Paul Andrews. He has been named the Western Auto Mechanic of the race for the Bud at the Glen. Crew chief on the number 7 car, driven by Geoff Bodine. Well, can the hometown favorite pull off a win here today? As I mentioned, Bodine grew up just a few miles from Watkins Glen.
See the disadvantage that Terry Labonte had catching that slower car going in the corner? Had to be a half second.
And where is Dale Earnhardt?
There he comes.
There is Geoff Gordon. Here is Dale Earnhardt running in 6th position. Well, we thought the 43 car pulled off the racetrack, but he's trying to make it around. Bobby Hamilton staying out there. Dale Earnhardt running in 6th position.
That right door on Earnhardt's car has some fairly significant damage to it.
Earnhardt has gone the entire distance. There are less than 2 laps to go now for Geoff Bodine, whose best finish in 1996 was a 3rd at Pocono. He's about to register win number 18 in his career if he can hold it together for another lap and a half, and if he can stay ahead of Terry Labonte for that long. And Geoff Gordon just passed the 18 car and moved into 4th.
Geoff Gordon got a real break early. He had made some contact with his teammate Terry Labonte. Had knocked the tire, the fender on the tire. They had to stop. They got a caution flag, gave him a stop, knocked that fender out. So now he's back up to 4th spot. So here comes Geoff Bodine off turn 11 for the start-finish line.
And they're now showing the white flag. 1 more lap to go. 2.4 miles for Geoff Bodine, whose best finish here previous to today was a 2nd in 1990. There is Schrader, who led this race for quite a while. Geoff passed him. Schrader stays out there, but has fallen all the way back to the last car on the lead lap, 25th spot.
As a matter of fact, Geoff Bodine just lapped him, but he will still be 25th. Now 24 cars in the lead lap.
What a victory this is going to be for Geoff Bodine.
Man, I'm telling you, well, look, he's waving to the crowd as he goes by. Ned, is he going to wave to you, Ned?
He probably will. He feels good out there. He's got himself a pretty good little lead, but he needs to keep his eye on the road and be very careful as he goes through all of these turns. But he's got everything under control.
Ned, I think we need to not only salute the driving ability of Geoff Bodine, but also the strategy that they played out in this race. That was just as much a factor as anything.
Oh, it was the key factor. I don't think there's any question about that. That was a very, very smart move, the way they did it. Stayed out there and then made a green flag pit stop. Caution came out, everybody else came in, and he was up towards the front. And as a result, he had the car to stay up front and heading towards you in victory.
And here is Geoff Bodine coming off corner number 11 and getting the checkered flag. He wins the Bud at the Glen. Terry Labonte is 2nd, followed by Mark Martin, Geoff Gordon, Bobby Labonte, and Dale Earnhardt.
See Michael Walter coming across in the 7th spot.
Good run.
Eddie Wood told me this morning he'd die for a top 10. Eddie, you got it, buddy.
Here comes a mess off the corner.
Dallenbach and Morgan Shepherd and looks like Nemechek's got 8th spot, Morgan Shepherd 9th, and Wally Dallenbach in 10th. And there is one, folks, trust me, there is one happy guy.
We've seen Paul Andrews pull off this same kind of strategy when he was working with Alan Kulwicki, the late Alan Kulwicki. And it's good to see Geoff Bodine and the team celebrating the victory at his hometown track here this afternoon. Geoff Bodine, who was born in Elmira, grew up in Chemung, wins the Bud at the Glen. We'll be back in just a moment to talk with him. Well, he's not made it to victory lane yet, but he's almost there, and he's saluting the crowd all the way around. Geoff Bodine winning here this afternoon. A reminder to stay tuned because Shop Talk with Alan Bestwick and his special guest Mark Martin will be coming up in just a few moments after we conclude our coverage of the Bud at the Glen. Wow. First time since North Wilkesboro in 1994, Geoff Bodine records his 18th career NASCAR Winston Cup win. Here comes Dale Earnhardt, and you can see the pain on his face, but Earnhardt withstood the pain and the agony and drove the car to a 6th place finish. Here's the McDonald's Winner's Circle interview with Bill Weber.
Well, I'll tell you, just about everybody Geoff Bodine knows here in the Finger Lakes region is here. Geoff, welcome home. Congratulations.
Yeah, this is home in 2 ways. Back home in Chemung and Chemung County and Victory Lane. Thank God for this. I tell you, he's got me through a lot of struggles in my life in the last 2 years. He got me through a lot today. I'll tell you, this car was terrific. The guys, Paul Andrews, Terry Preziosi, guys at the engine shop, it paid off finally.
A great strategy, too. Everything fell your way, Geoff.
We planned that 2 days ago, 3 days ago, that strategy. We stuck to it, and it worked. Unbelievable. Paul, great. That was great. This is fantastic. Our sponsor, QVC. Hey, we can do a lot of shopping tonight. We won. We're shopping QVC. Hey,
Geoff Bodine in Victory Lane to Dr. Jerry Punch.
Well, Dale, you made it, my friend. Incredible. 90 laps. No one thought you could make it that far. How do you feel?
I can't say that on TV.
I know you're hurting.
I got to thank David Green for coming up and helping us out and standing by for me. And the car was great. The car, I was a little soft on brakes there at the end. I'd used them pretty hard all day, but you know, I just didn't have nothing there at the end to run with the brakes, and I think the driver's giving out some too.
How's the shoulder and how's the chest?
I know it's there.
Man, incredible. Remarkable that he could run 90 laps, Bob, and still climb out of the car. Bob?
Yeah, it was an amazing run by Dale Earnhardt and also by Geoff Bodine. We take a look at the unofficial results of this race. We remind you that we'll be at Michigan International Speedway next weekend for both Busch Grand National and the Winston Cup race. You see there that Ken Schrader finished in 25th position after leading in the late stages of the race, and only 2 cars were behind the wall and out of the event when it ended. The points, Terry Labonte retains the lead. Jeff Gordon moves up to 3rd, Dale Jarrett back to 4th, and Mark Martin in 5th position. Thanks for joining us here at Watkins Glen International. ESPN, a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.